I know people don't like to ask, but everybody is curious to know, what is this scar? This scar came from an accident that I was in back in 2013. I was 13 years old and my family and I were headed to Mackinaw Island with some other friends. I was in the back seat and I didn't have a seatbelt on, and I was taking a nap. It was a simple road trip. We were almost there and everything was good. Out of nowhere, it starts pouring down raining. I mean, pouring down to the point where it woke me up out of my sleep and we cannot see in front of us. Like, I've never seen rain that thick, that harsh, that anything. So I'm dozing off, and next thing I know, everybody's screaming, and I look up, and all I see is the car going off the road. I see grass, and I blanked out. I wake up, and all I see is like I'm laying down, okay? And all I see is white. It's clouds, I'm guessing, and I'm hearing a whole bunch of wind in my ear. And I'm just, because I was half asleep, I'm like, what the heck is going on? Where am I? What is this? Turn to my right and I see cars. And I was confused, like, what is going on? And I blank back out. I wake back up, and now I'm on the ground where I'm looking up, and it's cloudy. It's as if the rain just stopped and it's sprinkling a little bit. I'm looking around and I realize I can't get up because I tried to get up, and it didn't feel like pain. It felt like my butt hurt, like as if, how you feel when you sit down for too long? That's what it felt like. Okay, so I'm trying to get up and I'm like, oh, I can't. And then this woman rushes up to me and she's like, don't move, don't move, don't move. What is your name? What is your name? I'm like, my name is Brianna. And I try to get up and she's like, don't move. And I'm like, I can't. Where's my mom? I'm asking all these questions. She's like, I'm a nurse and I'm going to get you help right now. And then I see her on the phone. It's very chaotic. Everybody's rushing over to my mom. My mom's looking for my little sister, who was also ejected out of her car seat. By the grace of God, she was not, I think she only had like a couple scratches on her. I later find out that I was ejected out of the windshield of the car, and I broke both pelvis. I broke my collarbone. My collarbone had flipped and was about an inch away from touching my heart. I remember when I was on the ground, all I kept saying was, Jesus, Jesus. I was 13 years old, but my mom always had me in church. And I realized at that moment that I could seriously die right now. And I questioned myself, like, your life is flashing before your eyes. So I questioned myself, like, if I were to die, I know I would not make it to heaven. So I'm doing a prayer of repentance. I'm just praying. The paramedics get there. Because we were so close to the island, they had to literally fly me, like a helicopter had to come and fly me to a different hospital. They told me, you're gonna have to be in a wheelchair and you're not gonna be able to have children. And I remember even at 13, I'm like, no, okay? I mean, at 13, I wasn't thinking about children. To be in a wheelchair, I'm not gonna accept that. I'm not going to be in the wheelchair. And of course, I was in a wheelchair for the time needed. But every day, because of my faith, I would pray and I would try to walk a little bit. Man, my balance was so off and I would fall back down. But then after a while, I was just like, no, I'm gonna stand up just to give somebody a hug. And I had to sit back down. But I'm gonna stand up. I gotta do what I gotta do. I had so much faith even at a young age. The doctors also asked me, it was like, we can have a special surgery to get this removed. I'm like, no. This is my battle scar, okay? This is proof that God has me here for a reason. This is proof that I'm supposed to be alive. I have 2 beautiful children. When my daughter was born, her birthmark is right there. They told me I wasn't going to be able to have children. God is so good. I have this extreme faith that cannot be tampered with. I am not in a wheelchair and life is good. Life is good. It may not be what I want it to be, but at least I ain't dead.